Now, we've all seen it in the movies. Firefighters running into a house with reckless abandon and come out a few seconds later carrying a young child in their arms, untouched and unharmed. Now, what you see in the movies isn't quite reality, but they do have a protection system in place to keep them safe. One is their trucks full of water and enough hose to reach the fire. Two is the people that they work with and trust to keep them safe. The last thing though, and at the end of the day, all they have is their gear that they wear to protect them. Hi, I'm Stephen McNulty, and today I'm going to tell you a little bit about firefighter protective equipment. I'm going to tell you what it's made of and how it works, how firefighters wear their gear, and I'm going to explain a little bit about how you can become a firefighter if you so desire. So let me tell you a little bit about the equipment. Firefighter gear is set to a specific standard set by the National Fire Protection Association, or NFPA. All structural or proximity gear, which I have here, is set to standard NFPA 1971. And NFPA 1971 states that all structural bunker gear must be made up of 3 layers. The first layer is an outer flame retardant layer. This silver reflective layer reflects radiant heat up to 1200 degrees Fahrenheit. The second layer is a moisture barrier, which is waterproof and protects the firefighter from any liquids or chemicals that they could come in contact with. That's blood, any hazardous materials, not completely, but enough to where they can get treatment and there would be no long-term effects. The last is a thermal insulating barrier. This keeps the firefighter truly protected against the heat. Like I said, it's more about the actual heat instead of a reflective heat. But also it does have a side drawback to it. It also insulates the firefighter's bone body heat, so it gets quite warm in these suits. So now that I've told you a little bit about what it's made out of, let me tell you about how firefighters wear their gear. Now, to be fully prepared for an emergency, firefighters learn in a very early time that you need your gear staged, which means set up in a way that you can get into it quickly. So we always have our pants rolled over our boots. Our coats are in a way where we can just sling it on, and put the gloves rolled out so they're easy to slide on as well. But there is a specific order that you do put on the gear, and I'll show you a little bit right now. It's made out of a few things. First is this turnout coat. Second would be the turnout pants, the firefighting boots, which are steel toe and have a steel plate in the bottom of them. Then we also have the Nomex hood. This helps protect the head, neck, and ears from any steam or heat getting to it. Then we have a helmet. This one has an extra barrier to go around the mask, and firefighting gloves. So I'll just show you real quick how they get in. It is a specific order. You put on your Nomex hood first, and then step into the boots. Pull up the pants. Put the suspenders over. Button it up. Then at this time, you put on the jacket, fasten all the buttons up, and then put on the gloves, and then the helmet. So it is a pretty quick process that you have to do, because we do need to get in and out of the station in less than a minute. So, but since now that I've shown you how to put on the firefighter gear, kind of piqued your interest a little bit, I'll explain a little bit how you can become a firefighter yourself. Being a firefighter, you do need special certifications. You need at least firefighter 1 and 2 for most departments, and most departments do look for a first aid, first responder, or EMT basic. But the best way to find out would be to contact your local fire department. They have all the information, what certifications they look for in a new person, in a volunteer or paid firefighter. And as well as they're very happy to help. They always are looking for people to volunteer. So they enjoy giving out that information. Also, and once you get that information, you can sign up for your local fire academy. This is a very time-intensive process, but it gives you all the education and training you need to complete your job effectively. So now that I've told you a little bit about firefighting equipment and how you can become a firefighter, let me review what we talked about. I told you about what the gear is, what it's made of, and what it does, how firefighters wear their gear, and how you can become a firefighter. Firefighting is a great profession. It is a dangerous but noble profession. I'm glad that I'm a firefighter, and I'm glad that I am doing this job. I couldn't dream of any other job that I wanted to do. And I'm proud to serve in a brotherhood of men and women, and would hope that one day you might want to as well. So thank you, and God bless.